A very good evening to you tuned into UBC TV. Warmly welcome to UBC News Tonight. It's me, Michael Jordan Lukoma, with Elizabeth Nakakoni, and we'll go straight to what we have for you this evening. A section of members of parliament, led by Remiaga constituency legislator Theodore Sechikubo, have launched a motion for a resolution of parliament seeking 177 signatures to remove 5 parliamentary commissioners on issues related to corruption. These 5 members who have so far appended their signatures on the essential motion to ensure that the confidence and the integrity of Parliament is restored.
There was information that came out previously which indicated that on 13th July 2021, parliamentary commissioners that include Esther Afoyo-Chan, Prosem Babazi Akampurira and Solomon Sirwanyi contravened rules of procedure of Parliament when they sat in a meeting and awarded themselves 400 million shillings in the name of service awards, and Matthias Mpuga, as leader of opposition, received 500 million shillings. This issue caused debate and noise in the public, and the President, National Unity Platform, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, wrote a letter to Matthias Mpuga to resign as commissioner, but he has refused. A section of members of parliament led by Remiaga Member of Parliament Theodore Sechikubo have come up with a motion for resolution of parliament to remove the commissioners.
Recognizing that the conduct of Honorable Akampurira Prosi, Honorable Sirwanyi, Solomon, and Honorable Afoyo-Chan, and Honorable Matthias Mpuga as members of the Parliamentary Commission affronts the dignity of Parliament, it denigrated public trust and confidence in the institution of Parliament, and has brought the House and its members into serious disrepute.
If Parliament did not pass that as part of the budget and there was any irregular payment, it means we have a strong case that these people acted in their own interest, which is against the leadership code.
According to these legislators, the service award created by the commissioners is not known in the law, contravenes the Constitution of Uganda and the rules of procedure of Parliament, and tantamounts to incompetence, misconduct of the commissioners.
We advise them to resign. Up to today, they have refused to step aside. We are now taking action to impeach them.
As it has been a matter of NUP, now it is going to be a matter of all members.
We're here, NRM. I'm here.
NRM, AUPC, independents, everyone, all of us, to show you we are not happy because we expected you to do the honorable thing of resigning.
Kalungu West MP Sewungu Joseph says they want the commissioners out, while Tororoma Member of Parliament Saro Pendi says the taxpayers' money can't be misappropriated.
Putting the image of this institution ahead of others. You look at our new chambers they are building. They are all stuck. Now, we appointed the commissioners. They are supposed to push for the construction of the new chambers, but they are there enjoying themselves with money. 3 vehicles, they have policemen, they have fuel, and they are not promoting interests of backbenchers, but they are promoting interests of their stomachs.
It would be wrong for me to sit and keep quiet when a whole center, health center 3, is allocated to one individual. The Ministry of Health, using the UPDF brigade, was building health center 3s, upgrading health center 2s to health center 3s at a cost of 500 million shillings.
They are looking for 177 signatures out of the 529 members of parliament and call upon other members of parliament to append signatures on the motion of impeaching the commissioners. I'm Nafka Farida and Gloria Gwitabinji.
The Ugandan National Youth Council leaders have committed to be ambassadors of change, integrity and development to complement government efforts. Led by their chairperson Jacob Ereru, the youth paid a courtesy call to the Minister for Youth and Children, Balambal Gahar.
State Minister for Youth and Children Affairs, Dr. Balambolo Kahara, has held a closed-doors meeting with a session of youth leaders at his office in Kampala.
We are here today to discuss on how best, as young people, we can help government fast-track the implementation of government programs. It is our duty and their duty as these young boys and girls to work tirelessly to expose elements of corruption in their different locations where they are based.
These youth were under the umbrella of Uganda National Youth Council, led by the national chairperson, Jacob Eyeru.
The National Youth Council will celebrate 30 years since its existence in the coming 1 month. And we intend also to hold a retreat, a cadreship training at Chankwanzi. It is unfortunate that this group hadn't gone for the cadreship training the last 4 years they have been in power. But now time has come for them to go and do cadreship training at Chankwanzi, where we expect His Excellency the President to address them. Then in preparation for the celebration, we're also intending to hold a big rally for the youth to celebrate their 30 years as a council and as leadership. It is important this council has produced a couple of able leaders to the senior category.
Key deliberations in this meeting focused on children and youth affairs.
I've told them whatever they are doing, they should encourage others below them whom they serve as leaders to also get out of the poverty line so that they enter the money economy. So that is the purpose of our meeting today, and also on how to implement the remaining things. And then also they have requested that the President allows them to go for training, cadreship training, which I feel is very, very important.
Minister Baron reminded youth leaders to be ambassadors of the President's message of poverty alleviation. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
The head of the Community Policing Department in Uganda Police, Anatole Muletera, is urging for personal security measures, neighborhood watch initiatives, and ensuring premise security to deter potential criminal activities by wrongdoers. While Kampala may seem like a haven for criminality due to its bustling operations, eradicating these elements requires enhanced community policing approaches such as sharing information with authorities. Muletera advises against nighttime movements with valuables, hiring unregistered vehicles, and recommends ensuring familiarity with the border riders that transport people.
Police have taken proactive measures to apprehend criminal gangs depicted in videos circulating on social media where they employ a kicking technique to subdue their victims and rob their belongings. Some criminals are also resorting to using stones from weighing scales and blunt objects to prey upon unsuspecting individuals. Police regard these incidents as isolated, emphasizing the need for increased public vigilance.
So that's why I would like to call upon everyone. If in case you are moving from point A to point B with anything which of value, inform the police. Share telephone contact. They can even share with you, and then for you call us, and then we do the necessary thing.
Despite Kampala's perpetual commercial activity during both day and night, criminal elements persist due to economic hardships and dense population in certain areas, which create opportunities for criminal activities.
Remember, criminals have gone to the level of even losing shame, that they go even in places of worship. Didn't you say bridegroom and the groom and the bride, whose phones were stolen by one whom they suspected to be a guest, but at the end of it all he was a criminal. So that is the level to which people have lost morals.
The police stress the importance of reinforcing personal security, fostering neighborhood watch programs, and maintaining premises security at all times.
Work around and see that we improve the lighting system, the physical security gadgets. If it is a perimeter wall, try to light it. If there is a bush anywhere, you try to clear it, and also conscientize your people.
Boda remains the primary mode of transport in the central business district, but they have unfortunately become an effective tool for criminals to carry out attacks and thefts, causing concern among the public.
This business of picking Lubyanzas, these ones without stage, some of who operate only during the night, some of who even move when they have camouflage, they have different jackets, they have put hoods on the heads. Please stop picking anybody anywhere.
Taxis also pose challenges with reported cases of murder, rape and defilement, instilling fear and terror.
Try to move in a vehicle which you know has a stage, especially a taxi. If you know that even when the way they are moving, their number plates are not hidden, if you realize that they are trying to push you and even try to show you that they're in a hurry, desist from using them.
Anatoli Muleterwa, head of the Community Policing Department, attributes the shift in criminal behavior from mere intimidation to lethal actions to advancements in technology.
And secondly, they are also able to read the rhythm and say, if we use point A to point B where there are surveillance cameras, we are going to be detected. Let's use this point whatever.
Police have been proactive in disseminating information, including videos depicting criminal activities nationwide, as part of community engagement efforts to ensure a safer society.
Sometimes we are seeking for the identity and the hideout of those people so that members of the public can be part of us in the investigation and therefore enabling us to reprimand the culprits in the commission of crime.
Ivan Kahwa, UBC News.
The parish priest, Uganda Matters Catholic Shrine, Namugongo, Reverend Father Vincent Lubega, has presented the 9 days tentative program ahead of the Uganda Matters Day celebrations 2024.
Preparations for the 3rd June 2024 Matters Day celebrations at Namugongo Catholic Matters Shrine have commenced.
The slashing, the pruning of the trees, these activities which are almost concluding so that the grounds are ready to receive our pilgrims. I would think we are going to end that activity of preparing the grounds today, and then we shall continue with putting in more lights so that everybody is comfortable even at night.
The parish priest at Uganda Matters Catholic Shrine Basilica Namugongo, Reverend Father Vincent Lubega, told UBC that there is a 9 days tentative program ahead of the celebrations.
3rd June is a big ceremony. It begins 9 days before the 3rd of June. 3rd of June is the climax of all the celebration. The celebrations this year are going to start on 25th May. 25th May up till the 2nd of June. Those are 9 days of prayer, praying with the Uganda Matters. Officially, every day from the 25th at 5 p.m., there will be special mass and prayer with the Uganda Matters, and we call that in the novena. This year we are very lucky. The fasting day is going to be opened by His Grace the Archbishop of Kampala, Archbishop Paul Semongerere, and every day at 5 p.m. we shall have different groups of people praying the novena. And of course, during the course of the day, there are many other prayers going on in the Basilica, and we are going to have the charismatic and other people who can lead others in prayer to be animating the people throughout the day.
Reverend Father Lubega said many pilgrims are still on their way to Namugongo, although some arrived as early as 20th this month.
We had one pilgrim from Kasese, and then last Sunday we had a few other pilgrims arriving. Given the fact that we have to prepare for them, and I was not prepared together with my team to receive them, I recommended that they go and sit somewhere, either among relatives or friends or a parish nearby, and wait for the 3rd of June, for the 24th, when we shall officially, as in Namugongo, open our gates.
Many people look forward to Matters Day as a feast and merrymaking with the dancing and drinking. However, Reverend Father Lubega enlightens on this.
A place for just celebrating, dancing and everything, and you not have the chance. The don't disturb other people who are here for prayer. Just to do what it needs you to do to be in prayer. Those who think of coming to drink and all those things are not available here. And I want also just to let people know that the media at times shows people dancing, people drunk and doing all ungodly things. Such things don't happen within the premises of the Uganda Matters Catholic Shrine Namugongo. We sell things in the premises, but there's nothing or like alcohol sold within the premises of Namugongo. And let us know that most of those things showed on TV are outside the premises of Namugongo.
With the rampant crime registered every 3rd June due to the mammoth crowd, the shrine has set up a circle for pilgrims to save money upon arrival to prevent any bad habits.
Welcome all the pilgrims here at Namugongo. We encourage those pilgrims to save with us because it will be very safe for them to keep their money with us. Sick pockets, which is not good, so they end up in a mess.
Even when the Ugandan Matters initially were 22, at the beginning of the 20th century and on October 20th, 2002, the late Pope John Paul II beatified the matters of Wipolo, Daudi Okello and Gildo Irwa as martyrs. I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
The Chairperson Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, Mohamed Mwanga Chivumbi, has given all agencies under the Ministry of Finance subvention like Enterprise Uganda, Private Sector Foundation, Uganda National Oil Company and Microfinance Support Center to appear on Monday without fail and answer queries of the Auditor General. The committee has charged the Emmanuel Mugaga, the Chief Financial Officer UNOC, who had been delegated by the Accounting Officer Proscovia Nabanja, on grounds that it is the accounting officer who is liable to answer queries of the Auditor General's report.
Officials from Uganda National Oil Company have appeared before the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament to answer queries in the Auditor General's Report 2022-2023. The meeting commenced with the chairperson reading a letter to members from Proscovia Nabanja, Chief Executive Director UNOC, delegating the Chief Financial Officer to respond to queries in Auditor General's report on her behalf that she had some pre-planned commitments and was not in the country.
Pre-planned commitments with High Excellence Samia Hassan, President of the Republic of Tanzania this week. I'm unable to attend today's session with the committee.
Members of Parliament discovered that accounting documents from UNOC had different signatures, while others asked if the committee was proceeding well without the directors who prepared accounts before them. Most of the agencies that appeared did not seem ready to answer queries. These MPs complained that the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Finance, Dr. Damulida, wasted a lot of their time.
The issue I'm raising is, can somebody have more than one signature who to sign on the same item like accounts and response of the account, have more than one signature?
For the case of the chairman, there is no name. For the case of the CEO, there is no name. Yet there should be a name. You sign against that one. So even subsequently, you know these are important records. Yes.
Act 2012 requires the directors prepare financial statements for each financial year, which give a true and fair presentation of the state of the financial affairs of the company as at the end of the financial year, and on it.
Incumbent upon him to ensure that the subventions that he leads to this place are prepared and equipped enough to appear before the committee. Here, the reason as to why I'm taking that direction is because we are here spending the taxpayers' money.
Emmanuel Muganga explained to the committee that there are both physical and digital signatures since the Chief Executive Officer is outside the country.
Risk when you load the physical signature and avail it on the web. So we are managing risk for her digital signature not to be the same as the wet signature. But the control is around how you access the system to sign digitally.
There was debate in the committee on whether to continue with the Chief Financial Officer or wait for the accounting officer because she has to personally account.
Whether dead or alive will be held personally liable. Now this man who has come here might make a commitment,
makes the other lady, is it a lady, behead alive, will say, no, I have never told him that I'll behead. This man made him.
We did not deal with the agencies whose accounting officers are not available. So, Chair, I really don't want us to waste a lot of time with you. We should proceed.
The officer shall be personally accountable for a function or responsibility that is delegated under this section.
The committee also engaged the management of Microfinance Support Center, who seemed to have missing documents for the financial queries, and the committee could not proceed. I'm Nafka Farida and Gloria Gwitabinji.
People living with HIV/AIDS in Uganda have been encouraged to embrace the ongoing national population and housing census. The Director Health and Operation Wealth Creation, Major Rwaramira Ruranga, says that this will help government plan for them better. Ruranga was his appeal comes a few days after Uganda Bureau of Statistics extended the census to Saturday, May 25th.
They live on drugs, which are not only permanent, but also very expensive once diagnosed with HIV/AIDS.
How on earth?
Major Rwaramira Ruranga is living with HIV/AIDS, having contracted the virus at 37. He is now 76 years.
For example, we are 1.4 or 5 million people. And each person who is taking ARVs, the cheapest would be about 480,000 per month. Just imagine that. 1.5 and more are getting infected.
About 1.5 million people living with HIV/AIDS in Uganda are already enrolled on antiretrovirals. This calls for proper planning and embrace the ongoing national housing and population census.
If government does not know your numbers, whether it is looking for funding, whether it is raising funds within the country, how is that done unless our number is known? So in my way of looking at the whole thing, people with HIV should appreciate this, and no one should be left behind without being counted.
All these appeals come at a time Uganda envisions a move to end HIV/AIDS by 2030.
If we are talking about 1.5, if we are talking about over 500 people getting infected, maybe every month. If we are talking about 17,000 people dying of AIDS, and we have only 5 years to go, I think that's quite a challenge.
The 2021 statistics from Uganda AIDS Commission indicate that 1.4 million people still live with HIV/AIDS in Uganda. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Ashraf Chiza, who was arrested last week on allegations of attempted murder of a businessman, Sam Turiamuhaki, has been charged and remanded. Chiza, who appeared before Mengo 2 Magistrates Court after charge, since this court has no jurisdictions to handle the offense against him, he has been remanded to Luzira prisons.
Ashraf Chiza appeared at Mengo Magistrates Court, presided over by Magistrate Adams Byalugaba, and he was charged with 2 counts of robbery and attempted murder of a businessman, Sam Turiamuhaki.
Wosula Kirinyabigo, Rubaga Division, mu Kampala. Omusango ogusooka gwakugezaako kukondola oba okunyaga nga kikontana n'amateeka 287 akawaayiro akasooka 2 va ku mateeka g'eggwanga nga kiteeberezebwa nti gwe Chiza Ashraf ennaku z'omwezi nga 13 omwezi ogwokutaano omwaka guno enateete Mirembe Zone mu Rubaga Division mu Kampala wagezaako kukondola oba okunyaga Turiamuhaki Hassan sente obukadde 2 era nga wakozesa lyanyi mu kaseera kano era nga wakozesa lyanyi nga wali okutte ejjambiya n'ennyundo eri Tulyamuhaki Hassan.
Prosecution told court that all the inquiries into the case are complete. Since court has no jurisdictions to handle the offences leveled against Ashraf Kiza, Magistrate Adams Byalugaba did not allow him to take plea. Prosecution alleges that Ashraf Kiza committed the alleged offences on 13th May 2024 while at Sam Tulyamuhaki's factory, Bashir Maize Grain Millers, situated in Natete. In a video which circulated on social media, Ashraf Kiza possessed a panga and a hammer, which he allegedly used to cut and harm Sam Tulyamuhaki. The victim, Sam Tulyamuhaki, was also in court, and he showed court the injuries. Magistrate Adams Byalanga has remanded Ashraf Kiza until 27th May 2024, when he will appear for committal. The victim, Sam Tulyamuhaki, talked to UBC. Ashraf Kiza, who was on run after committing the said offences, was later arrested in Kyotera district. Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
Morning time awo mwami wange nangamba yesterday bamukubiddeko essimu aba MTN nga bamugamba nti awangudde ssente school fees owa Andrew. In fact tuli awo nga tukyabuusabuusa naye nzikiriza mazima nga maze kulabako ate at the first nalinga ndowooza oba MTN balina ebintu byabwe bapanga nga sirabako ku neighbor wange nga bamukubidde kasimu. Twebaza abe MTN bannange okutuddizaawo bannaayo okuddiza guba mwoyo. Tweyanziza tweyanzeege omuzadde yenna ali eyo bannange ebintu bya ddala togaana kukikola kozesa MTN okusasula school fees w'omwana wo ng'onyiga *165*80# banaye bya ddala si bya kyayi.
Together we're unstoppable. We've hit refresh with Castle Light. A premium new look. With the shiny silver label. An innovative cold indicator. A premium green neck label for a crisp and easy drinking beer. Fresh new look. Experience the fresh new Castle Light.
Once upon a time, there lived identical twins who gave birth to beautiful princes and princesses.
Their mothers gave their babies' bodies a lot of care by applying on their skin with Baby Junior jelly.
Though dried their targets and everyone would admire their glowing skin. Fun fact, Baby Junior prevents diaper rash, dry and sensitive skin.
Moms all over Africa love Baby Junior jelly. Baby Junior's the skin. No more worries anymore. Boo, 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 boo. Baby Junior. Baby Junior.
State Minister for Gender and Culture, Peace Mutuzo, has emphasized the role of technology in marketing Uganda's art, culture and crafts industry in the 21st century.
Address us on this subject matter.
You must adopt the modern technologies. You see, today you are recording me. If you didn't have these technologies, you will not record me. So it's very important for us to deliberately transform our culture digitally.
The State Minister for Gender and Culture, Peace Mutuzo, says there is need to pay attention to the boy child if the nation is to grow well.
Because one of the challenges we've come to address is also that a misnomer, where the boy child is missing in school and has abandoned it for other greener pastures, which are also going to be short-lived. So this country will be protected by men as well.
On the unresolved restoration of the Ankole Kingdom, Peace Mutuzo says that its reinstatement will depend on the robust advocacy by the people of Ankole.
So the procedure requires that the local council 3s and district councils pass a resolution in the interest and desire to have a culture institution, which unfortunately Ankole Kingdom has not yet met. So with that, we shall have to give it time up to when we have all the subjects of the Ankole fraternity are willing to join the kingdom. If they are not willing, then we shall not have made the procedure.
Regarding copyright, Minister Balam says that it's just a matter of months that the law will be passed.
All you need to know that with my voice in cabinet and Madam Peace Mutuzo, it is a matter of months before, not years, before we have our copyright.
Government has also been asked to revamp the National Theatre and offer it a new facelift.
We need a theatre, Honorable Minister, and I believe with you, with my small support and others, we can achieve that before 2031.
Before you disburse your content, make sure you own it. That is the copyright we're ever talking about. It is not all about telling government, give us copyright. Do you know the definition of copyright? First understand what is copyright.
Traditionally, we used to live in grass-thatched houses. That's a material thing. We would go on a bicycle. It's a material thing. That has changed. Technology has changed it. We used to have letters, physical letters. You go to the post office, you get a letter. Today, it is on your phone. So those are material things and they will definitely die. The non-material things include our values. For instance, respect for your parents.
As we navigate the challenges of modernity, keynote speakers during today's World Culture Day have hinted on the need to protect our culture through use of technology and ensure that the future generations can learn from the rich tapestry that define us.
I mean, when you want to get a wife, you go to Kwanjula, you go to Kuchala. Those are important things. We cannot kill them because they identify who we are. So there are a variety of non-material things which are important and those can be preserved. We must find a way of preserving them.
And you find that that erosion of culture is also partly by government. If the wetlands are being depleted, we need to conserve. Our main purpose in arts is to conserve the environment. So if the government do not put in efforts to conserve the environment, even arts will be out of place.
Crispus, Adenitwe, UBC News.
High Court Criminal Division has declined to grant bail to Molly Katanga, wife to deceased Henry Katanga. Judge Isaac Muata was of the view that the applicant failed to present new grounds to compel courts grant her bail.
Molly Katanga, wife to the deceased Henry Katanga, during the last court sitting, applied to High Court Criminal Division in Kampala to be released on bail, stating different grounds. Among them was her health. The case is before Judge Isaac Muata, who declined to grant her bail. Although in her application, Molly Katanga presented a prison medical report dated 15th April 2024 that prison can't handle her health status. Judge Isaac Muata, however, overruled her prayer.
The question of exceptional circumstances cannot be considered in isolation of other factors. Accordingly, I find that the application cannot be granted. It is dismissed on the basis that the circumstances of the applicant in custody have not changed, and the matter is ready for hearing.
Judge Isaac Mwata was also of the view that since the applicant presented the same grounds for the bail in the second application, it won't be proper in the law for court to grant her bail using the same grounds.
Are largely the same as those presented in the earlier medical reports, save for the observation that her condition of multiple breast masses, which is stated to be beyond the capacity of the prison authorities. There is no new ground of grave illness or ailment raised by the applicant, and the mayor stating that her condition of multiple breast masses is beyond prison cannot constitute a fresh ground. The matter was already considered in the previous application.
Court was also of the view that although Mole Katanga is suffering from breast masses, this is not a new development, save for the fact that she states that they are grave. Court also ruled that the main suit is ready for hearing, so the application can't be granted. With this, Judge Isaac Mwata dismissed the application. This is the second time court is denying to grant Mole Katanga bail. Mole Katanga and her two daughters, Martha Nkwanza Katanga and Patricia Kakwanza, medical practitioner Otai Charis and Shamba Boy, are allegedly accused of murdering businessman Henry Katanga. Prosecution in this case was represented by Jonathan Mwaganya, Chief State Attorney, and Samali Wakoli, Assistant DPP. The accused Mole Katanga was represented by lawyer Makdusman Kabega, John Jet Tumwebaze, Bruce Musinguzi, and Ellison Kaluhanga. Judge Isaac Mwata has remanded Mole Katanga to Luzira Government Prison until 2nd July 2024. Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
Management of school managers have been urged to prioritize educating their children and especially teenage adolescents about adolescents' health rather than wait when they are at a later stage.
What do you want to become? Who are you in the future?
The 2014 National Housing and Population Census, adolescents below 18 years made up 55% of the population, with majority of these being school-going. Schools are called upon to set up educative adolescent health sessions to enable students learn healthy living.
When we talk about school health programs, these are really programs that are supposed to strengthen health of learners in schools, and these are programs that we as government are emphasizing moving forward, that our learners should be healthy, they should thrive in such an environment that is assumed to be a protective environment, and giving them this positive way of living.
Most of the adolescents, more than 80%, are in school. The schools is an organized community where you find adolescents. You do not need to spend resources to organize them, to mobilize them. They are young and ready to receive information. They are able to acquire behaviors and practices.
For us at the Makerere Medical School at the College of Health Sciences, we are teaching our students on how to take care of adolescents. And they too should go to the rural areas and be able to train the school nurses, the school teachers on how to better take care of adolescents. We know that the best investment ever for the benefit of the adolescents is a relationship or an intervention that combines health and education.
Whereas schools may be educating, parents should not shy away from educating their children on adolescent health.
The most important thing is not assuming that adolescents know things, because even as they grow and physically mature before they cognitively mature and look like adults, they're not little adults. And I think often we make the mistake of assuming that they are. So the best thing we can do is help guide our adolescent population into making healthy choices.
Early adolescent education on health will limit the risk of illness such as cervical cancer that are usually diagnosed at a later stage.
Also the uptake itself, that quite a number of young girls are continuing to
to receive the vaccine, but also because of the fact that 40% of the cancers that are registered in Uganda here are 40% is really cervical cancer, and it is diagnosed at the last stage, so meaning the chances of survival are minimal.
The 10th annual Adolescent Conference is on the theme Life Course Interventions and Approaches in Adolescent Health. Mario Nawori and Robert Katamba for UBC.
Let's take a short break. Thank you for watching.
Cheers to something refreshingly different. Putting the brakes on a fast-paced world. Slowing down. Just enough to stand out. Cheers to the beer that does it differently. Brewed longer for extra refreshment. Refreshingly Club. Alcohol is not for sale to persons under 18. Please drink responsibly.
State Minister for Fisheries Helen Adoa has urged farmers to unite and acquire knowledge on developmental ideas. Adoa was addressing a stakeholders meeting of National Oil Seeds Projects in Karamoja. We'll have that later on. But moving on, State Minister for Local Governments, Victoria Rusoke, has visited Kasese Central Market, commonly known as Kasindi, and had an engagement with municipality authorities and market vendors to understand how they operate.
The President has been receiving information that the markets are not run to the expected standards. 1. 2, some vendors are not happy because the people who have stalls, who got the opportunity, are not utilizing it but have instead turned the issue commercial. They also sublet and ask for exorbitant monies. Yet the true people who need these small places are not considered. 3, that the utilities have run down, the sanitation is very poor, the waterborne toilets that were meant to be used are no longer useful, are not in use because there is no water. The utility bills are very high, the power is disconnected, and the system of even paying for the power is a bit confusing. There is a go-between receiving money from our stall operators.
Minister for Tourism, Tom Butime, has assured Ugandans of more tourists, making more than 3 million persons visiting this country 2024.
This was observed by the minister during the celebration for the Uganda Association of Travel Agents in Kampala.
To bridge innovation and sustainability gaps in the travel industry will require integrating advanced technologies, sustainable practices, and collaborative strategies to address environmental and social challenges.
The chairperson of the Uganda Association of Travel Agents, Paul Kakwoza, said that in the last 25 years of existence, more people have been able to tour the country and can tell the story about domestic tourism.
To get a registered travel agent to carry out your travel, because we can offer you an end-to-end solution.
The Chief Executive Officer, Busungu Tour and Travel, Don Lilian Katusime, noted that it's important for people to treasure tourism.
Call upon all Ugandans and other nations to come and tour around Uganda. We have so many activities around the country.
The manager, Africa Dubai Economy and Tourism, noted that the signing of Uganda Tourism Board with Emirates Airline in Dubai at the beginning of this year has been seen more in Uganda, going to Mido more than ever.
We need to talk about Uganda and what has been done over the past few weeks. Just at the Arabian travel market, the Uganda Tourism Board was there to sign an agreement with Emirates Airlines for inbound travel into Uganda. And the constant travel between the two countries is evident with the new airlines and the new routes of direct flights between Uganda and Dubai. We have Uganda Airlines that started direct flights, and we had previously Emirates Airlines and Fly Dubai also.
The regional sales manager, Nicole Ram, urged the travel agents to embrace technology to transform customer engagement, track and analyze inquiry workflow and performance.
A lot of Dubai. We are into a back office solution for all the travel agencies across the globe. We are predominantly active more in East Africa region, where we have around 150 plus clients.
Siblings Frank Tayewa and Win Birungi were the winners of the second edition of the Uganda National Tennis Challenger Series played at Makerere University between the 18th and the 21st of May this year.
The match started on 18th May 2024 with draws for both men and women that had over 150 players. The players were cut off gradually from round of 32 to the round of 16 to knockouts to semis and the finals, where Birungi faced Athieno in the women's finals and Tayewa faced Kaziwe in the men's finals. The siblings, Tayewa and Birungi, emerging winners.
Yeah, this win means a lot to me because I'm preparing for Davis Cup coming soon. So it's like, let me call it a warm-up tournament for me, as I prepare to represent the nation in June in Botswana for the Davis Cup.
The way I started the tournament, it was quite good because I won all my matches. Where I got a challenge was my quarterfinals, where I played a good player, but still I won it.
The tournament has been good. We've really enjoyed it. The organization has been perfect. We just pray that we can get more tournaments like this in the future. Well, so I underperformed in the final. So I pray that the next time I come back, I'll be better and stronger with my fitness on point.
The total prize of 2 million Uganda shillings was awarded to winners from the quarterfinals all the way to the finals. The organizers say a token to motivate the players.
All the players to be able to earn from what they are doing and also to make them more competitive, especially. And that is basically the basis. Right now, the level is okay where we are. To allow them to have that drive to be better, because we are competing with the international standards. Right now, what we need to go to the next level is to have these small tournaments within Uganda to have competition. The moment we have a lot of competition, then we also need the professional coaches. Professional coaches will help these youngsters come better. We have very many players who played at the professional level that can come and do this work because the same thing, they just need to get certification.
Uganda National Tennis Challenger Series is an initiative of the Uganda National Tennis Championship organized by Tena Tennis Academy to run regular circuits for tennis players in various regions of the country. The series offers regular or competitive opportunities for amateur tennis players and upcoming professional players.
Uganda's pursuit for more athletes at the coming Olympics in Paris, France, is on this week with 3 paddlists in Thailand for the final qualifier.
The Bombers have departed for Thailand, where the final Olympics qualifier starts on Thursday till 2nd June 2024. The team is of 3, including welterweight Shadil Musaboji, light middleweight Muzamiru Kakande, and super heavyweight Regan Simbwa.
So far we've been ready. We've been in the camp training with my coaches and my team. We've been doing this for a long time, preparing for the games, and I think we're ready to go and showcase and the next forthcoming Thailand Olympic qualifiers.
Shadil Musawoji, who alternates between pro and amateur boxing, is seeking a second appearance at the Olympics and is going to his second qualifier after a failed attempt in Senegal last year.
I think last time it was on a short notice. It was too early for us because it was only like a week in the camp training, and then you had to go for the qualifiers. But this time around, we've been our coaches, we've been the team training hard to see that we clear some areas where we have been wrong and where where we did wrong last time. And now this time around, we're going to come up stronger than last time.
So far, Uganda has qualified about 22 athletes, with the majority from athletics plus a rower, cyclist and 2 swimmers. All these have earned their places courtesy of government support that National Council of Sports promises to all still in the pipeline.
Since the season for qualification is on, I can only say that government is committed and is committing resources to support the remaining hurdles of the qualification. For example, we have the Rugby Sevens is going to Monaco this June, and they have been playing HSB series. As I talk now, they're out of the country and preparing for the big event. We have our boxers heading to Thailand. We hope maybe some will come. We still have hopes in the badminton and others. So we believe that we will be able to present a strong team. But also to observe that Uganda is a defending champion in the 10,000. But we also have other very excellent athletes.
Uganda returns to the Olympics with hope that it will better last time out when 4 medals, including 2 gold, 1 silver and a bronze, were won.
State Minister for Sports Peter Ogwang has flagged off the cricket Cranes team to West Indies to participate in the 2024 ICC T20 Men's World Cup.
A glimpse to reality. 5 months after qualifying for the T20 Men's World Cup for the first time, the Cricket Cranes team leaves for West Indies, where they will take part in the 2024 ICC T20 Men's World Cup. The team of 15 was flagged off by the State Minister for Sports, Peter Ogwang, who urged the team to represent the Ugandan flag well and re-echoed the government support.
On behalf of the government of the Republic of Uganda, I would like to take this opportunity to officially hand over our national flag as the representative of government, the captain of our national cricket team. I thank you so much. That while out there, it's good to be an underdog, but we must keep our heads focused. We can't get the prize, we can't get the trophy. And nothing has been impossible if we believe in God. And I'm happy that the team is well prepared. You in there is nothing you can now do. It's about facing the battle. On behalf of the government of Uganda, on my own behalf as your minister, I want to pledge our total commitment to support the sports development in our country. I want to commit our total commitment to support sports infrastructure in Uganda.
The 15-member squad will face Afghanistan, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand and hosts West Indies. The players with the coach Abe Sharma have been preparing for this moment since the qualification, and they say they are ready and excited to be representing the nation at this world stage.
And we have really worked on the skill sets. We are already, the boys are really refined with their mindsets also. We are looking forward for the ICC event. and I can assure you that we are going to put up our best show, and going for the fan base also. So just telling them just to get a good control of their nerves and try and focus on the cricket. So I'm trying to work on this, like when to switch on and when to switch off. So boys are in really good shape and they understand their roles now very well.
And a lot of people are curious to find out what Ugandan cricket is all about. So, we need to go out there, play good cricket, play competitive cricket. And, it's a big platform. For me, if a couple of guys can put their hands up and make their names and get into, franchises around the world.
The Cricket Trains team will fly out tomorrow, the 22nd of May 2024, to West Indies, where they will play warm-up games against Scotland and Namibia ahead of their first World Cup game against Afghanistan on the 4th of June 2024 at the Providence Stadium in Guyana. Grace Joyce, Kemigisa, UBC News.
That way we come to the end of all we had for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching right from lunchtime, Kiswahili Uganda, 8 p.m. and now. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakon and the whole team. We'll hand you over to Ainebiona Jasper, who has our weather forecast update.
Well, it's this time of the day when we bring you up our daily weather reports from the Ghana National Meteorological Authority. I'm Jasper Ainebiona. Most parts of the country in the morning had cloudy conditions, though some parts of the country received isolated thunder showers. And for the satellite capture today, we have a tropical cyclone that has formed over Mozambique Channel and is sucking much of the moisture content from Mars, and this would have been bringing a lot of rains in our country. Though we still have the local effects that are triggering light rains in different parts of the country. So let's see how tomorrow it's likely to be around central in the morning. We are anticipating light thunder rains across Kampala, Masaka, and the rest light rains will be expected. For the western parts of the country, we are anticipating light rains that are likely to prevail the entire region, and later alone in the eastern parts of the country, still in the morning, we are likely to have light thunder showers across Jinja to the same weather conditions apart from Sowoti, where partly cloudy conditions will be expected. For the northern parts of the country, we are anticipating partly cloudy conditions that are likely to prevail the entire region with the sunny intervals, and later in the afternoon, Kampala is likely to be partly cloudy with a high of 27 degrees Celsius, and Masaka the same conditions will persist, and Nakasongola light thunder rains will be expected with a high of 28 degrees Celsius. For the western stretch in the afternoon, we are anticipating light thunder rains across Kasese as well as in Masindi, and temperatures will be around 30 degrees Celsius to 23 degrees Celsius across Kigezi Highlands. For the eastern parts of the country, we are anticipating light thunder rains across Sowoti with a high of 30 degrees Celsius, and we are likely to have partly cloudy conditions with a high of 29 degrees Celsius. And for tomorrow, it will be the same conditions, partly cloudy conditions. And northern parts of the country, in the afternoon, temperatures will go up to 29 degrees Celsius with light thunder rains across Lila. And for Gulu, the same weather conditions. Kitugum, the same conditions will persist. For those that are likely to travel to different parts of the country, Nairobi is having light thunder showers and temperatures will be around 25 degrees Celsius. And for London, cloudy conditions will be expected. Temperatures are likely to drop to 18 degrees Celsius. And for Cairo, light thunder rains will be expected. Temperatures will be around 25 degrees Celsius. And for Dubai, sunny conditions will be expected. Temperatures around 36 degrees Celsius. Thank you so much for your attention. For more information, you can always find us on YouTube and also on our website of www.unima. Good evening.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Martyrs' Day is commemorated in Uganda on 3rd June annually. The day commemorates the 45 martyrs, both Catholic and Anglican, who were killed on the orders of Kabaka Mwanga II, then King of Buganda between 1885 and 1887, for their refusal to renounce their Christian faith. On Monday, 3rd June 2024, Nebi Catholic Diocese will animate the celebrations under the theme, "But as for me and my household, we shall serve the Lord." Joshua 24:15. For the Anglican site, the Renzori cluster, which comprises of